people just talking on the internet. There are all of these theories and philosophies of what's going to happen, and brands that character in the show. Like, we see all of his visions, and we see, you know, the Tower of Joy scene, and you're like, all right, that's pushing it along. But we haven't gotten the payout of that yet. And so he's still waiting, and it's just like he's being pulled in different directions. But then on the, again, like, not to use this again, but like the flip side, like, Sansa's holding her own at Winterfell, running it.
Big time.
And I mean, the way, to be honest, I think she has more control over Littlefinger than people give her credit for.
Yeah.
I think she has more control over that castle than people give her credit for, and she's owning it.
You're right. Like, you bring up such a good point. Like, Bran is this character who has totally moved the narrative along by leaps and bounds. Like, every time he's on screen, he moves us forward like a ton, but he's like in a vacuum still. Like, he hasn't been able to share anything he's learned or anything that he's been through with the rest of the main cast of Game of Thrones.
We still don't. One sec. Sorry. We still don't like know much about him, but we learned a lot in this episode about him. And I've been saying for a long time, like, I want to know what his full breadth is. But when he talks about Ramsay and Sansa's wedding, you're like, holy shit, he really can just see everything that's happening at all times in the realm, and that kind of like puts a sealer on it.
And he was missing for like an entire season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
that kills me. He was missing for a whole season. And he shows up here, and he was completely different character than we've seen yet. And just jaded almost. Just completely, like, almost emotionally removed from what was
That
happening.
hug that they had when he was just like
Yes!
Staring
straight
blankly.
And,
forward.
and even when he's talking about Sansa and what she's gone through, like, you can tell that he's there, but he's and that almost makes me feel like it pushes forward just how important what Beyond the Wall is, because that was rough. Like, he's literally talking about his sister being raped. That was rough. You have no idea what's coming. That's how much worse that's going to be. And I feel like from a storytelling perspective, they keep doing that to us. You feel like you know. You feel like you can do the spoilers. You feel like you can guess what's coming next. You feel like you have a sense, but there's so much more that you don't. And I feel like that, to segue, that ending scene where Jaime storms the castle, he's captured. I'm sorry, I can't get Tyrell. Elena Tyrell. Right? And he's like, I've got you. Here's the poison. Take a drink. She does it. And then she just looks at him and she's like, yeah, I killed your son.
Drop the mic.
Again, another mic drop, right? Like,
Yeah,
it just
killer.
over and over. Like, the way they keep ending it, it just keeps bringing in more that you just don't expect, I feel like.
It's funny how people like are okay with dying too. Like, to your point, Elena like knew her time. She was there for however long she could be there, and then she just kind of passed. But to the whole Bran point, I think like he's kind of removed. He's almost like a pawn in the game, right? He like knows he has to make a lot of moves, and he knows he has to inform a lot of people of a lot of things. But I guess maybe he's even struggling with, how do I even do that? How do I even stay sane or rational with all the decisions that he could make at this point? I don't know.
Guys, we will break down this episode in full. Probably coming up, depending on how I edit this, probably coming up right after this. So, most likely. But guys, thank you so much for listening to the first ever Rapid Fire and Ice here on the Westeros
Still a
Gazette
great
podcast.
name.
I know, love it.
The Westeros Gazette podcast. Make sure to subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, however you get your podcasts, and make sure to just leave us a rating. It helps us out, good or bad. Just leave us a rating. Let us know how we're doing, and make sure to check out, coming out this week, our full breakdown of episode number 3, season 7 of Game of Thrones, as well as episode number 21 of the Hold On to Your Butts podcast. This week, hopefully, knock on wood, we will be doing a VR special. We've got my good friend Steven coming into the studio this week to let us try on his HTC Vive. He's got the cameras. He's got all that fancy gizmos and gadgets that we're hoping to try out this week. So tune into that, subscribe, make sure to reach out to us if you have theories that you want to share with us, or just anything you want us to discuss here on the show. Reach out at Geeks, that's GEEKS at HOTYB.co, and we will read your theory here on the air. And as always, you will be entered to win a video game free of charge to you. You will get a digital download of we got to get Eric a digital download of a video game. Yeah.
He may or may not have brought that up while I was talking with him.
Wow,
this
we
past
should
weekend.
definitely.
Not to like put,
Thank you guys, and thank you to Seth and Beth. Thank you to Seth and Beth and Kendall for joining us. Hopefully this isn't the last time we have you guys in studio to break down. Maybe you guys are a Rapid Fire and Ice crew. I want to drop that as many times as I possibly can.
Gold.
Thank you guys. And Beth, I'm going to give you the honor of giving us our outro noise.
Ow, ow!